So here I have the G35. We're doing a battery relocation the cheapest way possible. So we got a couple things here, you know, we got a ground here going to the chassis, and we got a positive. So what we're gonna do is connect wire from here and run it all the way to the back of the car. The plan is mounting the battery right here in this corner. You can see it's all stripped right here in this corner. That's the plan on mounting this battery. I went out, bought a couple things. I spent probably around 40 bucks in total. I might not need this, but this post for the ground, I bought some of these battery clamps or whatever they were called. I bought a disconnect switch. I want to mount that probably somewhere in the trunk. I'm not too sure. More of these bad boys and some self tappers. That's what I got for this. I do have a tray holder. This is the top of it. I need to find the bottom of it, but you could put in here battery and good to go. I wanted the battery relocation to have more room up front. So that's the main reason I want more room up here. So I have a very, very old pair of jumper cables. These are 4-gauge wire. As you can see, these clamps aren't the best. This one over here is pretty bad. They're beat up. I have a lot of these. I have more jumper cables. These are 6-gauge, which I mean are fine to jump cars and all that stuff. When you want to jump bigger stuff like diesels and stuff, this won't do it. But for cars and stuff, like for this Yukon to jump that car or this car or that truck, they do it just fine. But minimum you want 4-gauge to do a battery relocation. This is 4-gauge. In the future we might end up doing more, but this car is fully stripped. I don't have no radio, no nothing, so it don't really matter. 4-gauge is the minimum you want to go. Recommended 2 if you want. The best is 0, but 0-gauge is a little expensive, but 4-gauge is the minimum, will work. All right, we got all the ends cut. See that? So the old ends. So let's clean it up. This could be the greatest or the stupidest idea I had, but as you can see, it turns out these were 6-gauge. So basically we made 0-gauge wire right here. So we're gonna do that and do that on the other side, but we got one side in, so good news. Alrighty, we got a lot of it wrapped here. Looks good. What you're gonna do, there's this tab right here. I took the battery out of this thing, which is a whole harness here. You just grab it and just yank on it. Just comb your finger around and boosh, you'll pop right out. You can see just a plastic tab there with the clip. Wire, just feed it right down in there, just straight in. Just straight in. And where's it at? Oh, right here. Look at that. Boom. Now just keep heating it and yeah, keep pulling it through. After, check it out. Drill the hole right on top, pull the wire through. And now we could do the hook it up. Good to go. I ran the wire, still not fully like wrapped up and everything, but the wire reaches all the way to the back, so that's good. For anyone asking, 6-gauge wire runs at 55 amps. That's the rated. Here we have 2. So this can pretty much push 110 amps. This fuse right here pops at 120 amps. So for this to get hot and start melting, it's probably around 130 and up. By that time, this thing will already pop, so we're good. This is exactly how we're running it. like this. I'm gonna zip tie it onto here, right here. This is just use some washers to put this on. It's not tight yet, but what I'm gonna do is cut this with the angled grinder and wrap this in electrical tape right here, just like that. And then that's it. We're gonna zip tie this to here, over here, and then pretty much under the hood will be done and set. All we need to do is run the rest of it to the back of the car. All right, guys, so we got a couple bolts here. I ended up buying this to connect. I feel like it's better just to wire and all that. So we got one hole there, and then one hole here. Don't disregard these. There's a frame rail or the chassis rails in there, as you can see. This frame rail, but we got that one hole, and then the other one's right up in there. You can see it, the light. So you can see it's right on the edge. So yeah, you have it in there. We got two in right now. If you want, add an extra one on my. I mean, I could add one right there, and one right there, and one. You want one on four corners, but it's super hard to get to these spots. So I might just add one in the back, and I might just add an extra one up front and call it. I got this kit from AutoZone. It's just a battery kit. It was like $7. Comes with the two pieces that go up on each side, and one through the middle. Check it. Got her like that. Now I'm gonna run the negative. Just find a good ground, and then yeah. Oh, look at that. No one ain't even all the way in. Is that one stripped? I don't know. Don't care. Actually, I was wrong. This is a 4-gauge wire. I don't know why I said 6. This is 4-gauge. I just checked it. So, yeah. Alright. Here we have it all set. All good to go. And we're going to run it. Something like that. Check it. We got right here. All the way through. Coming underneath with the wiring harness. Goes under. Goes up, around, to the back with the disconnect switch on top. You can see the lights just cut on. A ground. We should fire up. I don't know. Let's see. She's on. She started. I forgot to hit the record button. I'm stupid, but she's on. Had her relocation. She's doing good. Through to there. So 14.7 volts back there. You can see we got it all around. Basically 2-gauge wires, what we have. 2-gauge, 0-gauge, something around that. She's safe. She's good. The whole install, this tray was around $7. I bought everything from AutoZone. The jumper cables were some junk ones that really couldn't work because the clamp was junk. Don't go online and search up 2-gauge wire, because you're gonna pay like $80 for 20 feet. Go online, find jumper cables. You can get 2-gauge wire jumper cables on Amazon for like $38. 20 feet, plenty for your car. 20 feet is enough. Now if you're in a truck, it might be a little different, but 20 feet should be enough. This one was actually, I think it was 14 feet. I think this was 14 feet, and it was plenty. So that worked. This whole setup was around $7. The clamps were $7. The 2-gauge fittings were like $3. The wire, the ground wire was $7. Everything was, I mean, pretty much ended up paying like at most $50 at most for the battery relocation kit. I had all the tools and stuff. Looks good, works good. I mean, yes, you can. I only have 2 bolts in there. You can run 4. You're supposed to run 4, 1 on each corner, but 2, I ain't tripping. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later.